finally came. We just received our foot cruiser from Amazon. Just a surprise. It only took like a week or so to get here, despite the delay. So we're very excited about this. This is pretty much one for one scale. There's no changes here. We showed you initially at Toy Fair when they Playmates had it on display for the first time alongside the sewer layer. And as promised, they delivered. Now, I know it sold out almost immediately when it went up on Amazon, and then they opened up a second round of pre-orders, and that sold out immediately. And then they opened up a third round of pre-orders, and it sold out. And then we had the fourth round of pre-orders, and guess what happened? So very high demand for this. Very excited to get this back in my hands after so long. It held up pretty good over the years. You know, we lost the minor parts like the eyeball missiles and stuff like that. But nice to see a retooled version of the original. Essentially, I suspect there might be minor changes. We'll check it out, but very excited to get it back in the hands. The box looks pretty much exactly the same as it did. Love that classic artwork on the front, and then all the little call outs on the back too. So let's just open this up and get right into it. All right, I'm going to skip all the unboxing parts, but I just want to let you know the way it was packed was phenomenal. It had a little cardboard in the back here. It had a plastic bag over it so you don't scratch any of this great chrome that they put back on it. Just like the original, it comes in the hover mode, so then you have to turn it into the car mode in order to get this on. You can see we get all our decals here. I won't make you watch me put these on, but the more important parts here, like the steering wheel, you have to assemble yourself with that little turtle on the front, on the sort of the horn aspect of it. So you could push your steering wheel in there. You got that all good. The next part would be the running boards here. They pop onto the sides underneath. And these are kind of iconic for the vehicle too. I love the running boards. And again, they're chrome, just like the original. So they have that great, really polished chrome look to them. And you have on your wheels here, starting to really come together. Next up in the back here, you have your turret that pops out. This is, I'd say probably most people lost the parts on this over time. But you have the Gatling gun here. And the Gatling gun, I thought it rotated, but I guess not. Maybe it's stuck. But the central part of it, at least, you could have it extend and retract just like you could, because that goes into the base here to fold up, and then it pivots around left and right on the base here, and then the eyeball missiles, still the same, and just go right into here. So we won't lose these this time. But yeah, this is kind of the whole thrust of it. This should, yep, it goes all the way around. It should be able to turn around to the front. So you can turn it around here, and just like the original, looks awesome. So the only other part are the little flags, and they go on the front here. I'll put the decals on and have it all set up in a minute. Just wanted to show you how the characters fit in. So of course, first we'll look at the wheels. So you could take them over into the hover mode here, and you could even have the fenders push in. I think you do that for the when they're out in the driving mode. So there we go. We have them all in hover mode now. So you can see the foot cruiser there would be doing its hovering, driving around. And then you could turn the wheels back. These just kind of manually snap into place. There was never any kind of button or anything like that. And then you want the fenders to come out. You just I think there was a release for those. I'm not remembering how to do that off the top of my head. But yeah, you just would release these and they would go back out for hover mode. They would pop out so you wouldn't see the wheels. So that was really it, I think, for there we go. So it's just underneath. So then this would be in hover mode, and then we would get back to vehicle mode like this. So let's take a look at a couple characters in there. And on the box work, you can fit Bebop and Rocksteady. So here are the classic Bebop and Rocksteady figures in the Playmates line. These aren't the vintage ones. These are I think these were 2022. But actually, I still see them on shelves today. So you can still get them. But this is sort of your proof for how this is full scale, because you wouldn't be able to fit these guys into a reduced vehicle. So there you go. You got both of them in the driver's seat. And then I think the artwork shows Shredder over here manipulating the cannon. So you can put Shredder on the cannon in the back. So there you go. This is a full-size vehicle, just as advertised. This is not reduced like the Technodrome was. So this could fit completely. So yeah, I mean, it's got all the chrome components to it. exactly the same. I mean, I don't have my standard because I'm missing a lot of pieces on my original vintage one, but it's exactly the same. I think that's basically it for the features there. Let me get those decals on. We'll take one final look. So we got our foot cruiser here. I took the guys out so you could see it again. It's the same problem I had with these flags back when they came out originally. It's like getting that sticker perfect is just really hard to do. And I had a slight tear in this one. This one we did a little bit better. But again, if you could do it without any tears, they went with the traditional sticker instead of the sticker on the plastic flag like they've done with some of the re-releases. So, up to you, but this is more true to the original form. So you can see the stickers on here, the little turtles, all the little gear works. I recommend popping this off so you can get a little bit better access into there. You can take this and this piece off. It makes it a lot easier. Then you can see the little foot symbols on the bottom. Of course, you got to get them on all 4 tires. All you have to do is put it into hover mode to get it onto the bottom ones. You won't see it unless it's in this mode anyway. The dash panel, don't put the steering wheel on first like I did. You have to put it on after you put the panel on because it has to go in the hole that's in this decal there. I love how they have a car phone in here too. Fun little details. So all the original decals on there. Love that. Really good diagram for putting them on. You got your, forgot to tell you, the ooze blaster in the front, the turtle eliminator as they're called. They always had anti-turtle names on everything. But that's basically it. It says the Gatling gun's supposed to rotate. Mine does not move at all. So I don't know. I don't remember it spinning back then either. But you got your missiles. These two come out. But that's basically it. And of course, you can put it back onto the stand and tuck it away into the, you got to put the Gatling gun, tuck it away into the vehicle, and you got your foot cruiser to be cruising down the street with your buddies, be bopping rock steady. So it is awesome. Love it. It's just like the original. It's 1-to-1. I mean, even the stickers are just basically like they were essentially. So yeah, I mean, it has all the hallmarks of the original foot cruiser. Absolutely love it. Really glad to have this. Hopefully you'll be able to get it off Amazon when it comes back into restock. An excellent nostalgia kick. So glad to get this back in the line. Absolutely loved having this guy. He was just a classic vehicle that you had to have from the cartoon. It was essential to display with your figures and to have them floating around. And, it's just awesome. So glad they're getting some more of these classic vehicles into the line. Glad we got the majority of the play sets. I'm still hopeful they'll re-release a deluxe Technodrome to go back to 1-to-1 scale. But the sewer layer was amazing. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love the pizza thrower. We have the turtle wagon. We have the or the party wagon. We have the blimp. Although they modified that one, they took off the little bombs. So we are getting a lot of the vehicles in the lines. That's cool. They talked about doing some of the larger creatures too. So we'll see if we get those, but this line's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's heading where we want it. We have another release of Mutants coming imminently with a Chrome Dome, with a Chrome, so it's going to be really cool. So just stay tuned for more Turtle news on the classic Turtles front and on the other lines. So we're covering as many as we can, and we hope to see more in just a few months at Toy Fair in New York. So stay tuned for coverage of that, and we'll see what Playmates has on display. That's all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.